Hello everyone, we are back today with more Too Hot to Handle. This is episode 11, chapter 32. Let's jump in and see what's going to happen today. Here we go. You're going on a date with a person of your choice and we got to choose. I think we get to choose right now. Jessie, who would you like to accompany you on your date? Yes, Jessie! We must know. Jessie, your choice should be someone you have truly grown to care for. An individual you can see yourself leaving this retreat with. Can you imagine if we chose Poppy? She's right. You look around noting all your choices. I think it's time for a clean slate. A few hopeful expressions are staring at you, but you only want one person. Your eyes lock with Jirayu! The choice was easy, Lana. I'd like to take Jirayu on a date. I hate that it picked for us. I love that it picked what I'd pick. Do you know what I mean? Jirayu lets out a whoop of excitement. Lana, I could kiss you right now. Although I'd rather kiss Jessie. On the cheek. Nice save, man. Jessie and Jirayu are not the only ones I'm sending on a date. Oh, here we go. I reckon it's me. I wouldn't be so sure. Isla and Taz. Uh-huh. You will also get a chance to spend some one-on-one time together. Please take this opportunity to deepen your relationships. Isla and Taz seem elated at the prospect. Thanks, Lana. We'll make the most of it. Taz pulls Isla into a side hug, then fist bumps her with his free hand. And finally, Giselle and Julian. I'm also sending you both on a date. Both Giselle and Julian rear back in shock. I think you've misread the signs, Lana. We're just friends. Yeah, what Julian said. Friendships can be just as rewarding as romantic relationships, and they are to be nurtured. Julian looks at Giselle with a shrug. I'll do it if you do it. Yawn, Jay. Avi looks crestfallen by the announcement. He does his best to hide it, but he's too late. Poor Avi looks heartbroken. Jessie and Jirayu, Isla and Taz, Giselle and Julian. Please now get ready for your dates. With pleasure, Lana. Some head to the pool and you make your way to the dressing room. Oh, it's my favorite time of the day. In the dressing room, you rifle through all your outfits. Here we go. So, we could go for the big chop. I know I keep going for it, but not doing it. I think, in all honesty, out of the options we have, I think this one is probably going to sit best with us. I think we should soften our lips and our eyes 100,000% because they are far too dark for this time in the morning, if you ask me. Which you haven't. Maybe like a nice pink. To be fair, it's always better to see when we've already got the costume on. But I've gone for a gold at the moment. We have this option, and then these are the two we've unlocked. And then this option. I kind of love this. It's got a daisy on it and it's like a different shape swimsuit to what I'm used to seeing. So here we go. This is what we've ended up with for Jessie. Let's continue and see what happens. We get to do Jirayu too. Not like that. Do we give him a little bit of a something? I don't know. Maybe it's been a long few days for him. I think we should keep him as he came. But maybe we can give him a little bit of scruff. Just a little bit, but let me know what you think. And if not, we can clean shave him. I do also think these black shorts work better for Jirayu. I don't know, maybe I've changed him too much with the facial hair. You never think about how much it changes someone's appearance. Yeah, maybe we keep it gone. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, though. We'll see what we can do in the future. Jirayu opens his mouth as soon as he sets his gaze on you. I know, I look amazing. You tell me this every time you see me. Now come on, let's go on our date. You take his hand and whisk him away. Wow, that's so pretty. Okay, we're on a date. You and Jirayu approach the mouth of the cave at the far end of the retreat. You marvel at the sight, in disbelief that this sea cave was so close all along. I can't believe we're here for our date. How awesome is that? Pretty awesome, honestly. Do you think we'll get lost? Jirayu squints down at the map. The directions are a bit complicated, but I'm a good navigator. Humble, too. He winks playfully. Just being honest. You can't be a pilot without a good sense of direction. He extends his arm for you to take. Can I lead you there? How should we find the hidden sea cave? Yeah, go on then, I'll trust him. This one time. You're the pilot, you can navigate. And I'll try not to let you down. You slide your arm under Jirayu's and follow him through the winding paths of the cave. To your surprise, he doesn't use the map at all. Why don't you need the map? Eidetic memory. You impress me every day. Good, you deserve that. And I like to be helpful, even in the small ways like this. It's one of the main ways I enjoy expressing affection to a partner. I always wanted to help you out in any way I can. So you're a big acts of service person then? I suppose I am. He pauses, uncertain, but then continues. I don't come from a family that's big on communication. Could rarely hear I love you in our house. Talking about feelings almost felt like a crime. Ooh, that must have been tough. It would have been, had it not been for my bapu. Forgotten how to pronounce this word, I'm so sorry. You should have seen the look on my face when I was 9 and he asked me how I was feeling. I literally had no clue what he was talking about. You wince. Yikes. Yeah, he smiles, but it's oddly genuine. But it got better from there. Whenever I needed to vent or talk, I go to him. And I realized that later that these conversations were one-sided. What do you mean? Turns out he wasn't comfortable talking about his feelings either. But he pushed it all aside and kept asking the hard questions. He always listened to everything I had to say and offered feedback, but we never dipped into his own head, really. Talk about an act of service. He chuckles. Yeah, all my life I've strived to be him. He loves so much and so hard, and he shows it every way he knows how. Just not using words. No wonder you admire him so much. When you grab his hand, he squeezes yours, his eyes warm and inviting. Do I want to know more about Jirayu's family? Absolutely we do. So, what about the rest of your family? What are they like? Jirayu pauses for a while, thinking about it. It's hard to describe it. There was never much drama when I was growing up. My brother is 15 years older than me, so we were never too close. By the time I could have a conversation with him, he was already out of the house. My dad, he shrugs as if he's trying to appear nonchalant. Let's just say he and I didn't always have the same vision. On the other hand, my mum is very soft and caring. She made me fresh, elaborate lunches every day of school, making all the other kids jealous. And then the birthday cakes. His eyes sparkle. You should see the photos. Each one was more impressive than the last. Could have been running a baking empire if she wanted to. You sound close to your mum. I'd say we were close, but she never intrudes on my life. But she's always happy to talk to me. I think I really lucked out on her and Boo, I think is how you pronounce it. I have just done like a deep internet dive to see how you pronounce it, but there's nothing like just laying it out. So please someone let me know. But there was a bunch of other words that use the same BP, which is where I think it's Boo. I don't know. I'm sorry. Jirayu takes a deep breath. All right, I'm sorry I hogged our date time. Should we continue? Don't ever worry about that. But yeah, we can move on. Jirayu takes your hand in his as you walk through the final twist in the cave to reveal a gorgeous pool of sparkling water. This is absolutely beautiful. I think this is the most gorgeous place I've ever seen. When you look at Jirayu, he's smiling at you fondly. How can you be looking at me when we're in the middle of a gorgeous sea cave? Maybe I just think you're more gorgeous than this cave. Cheesy. You love it. And guess what? He takes a few steps backward, maintaining eye contact the entire time, before he backflips into the water. Jirayu! He's laughing as he resurfaces. Come on in. The water is perfect. All right, here I go. You run and then jump into the water beside him. He loops his arms around your waist, pulling you in close. You wrap your arms around his neck loosely, marveling at how slick and handsome he looks in this moment. I'm glad I have you here with me. There's no one else in this world I'd rather experience this with. Your heart kicks in your chest at his words. I feel the same, Jirayu. Picking you for this date was the easiest choice I've ever made. There's no one else who would make me feel this warm and safe in a chilly sea cave. There's more where that came from, because I intend to keep you warm and safe regardless of where we are. He brushes some water drops from your cheek, smiling fondly. And then your watch is ping at the same time, flashing green. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was like, I'm gonna have to break a rule. I'm gonna have to break a rule or two here. Watches turning green is a good thing. It means that all rule breaks are legal in Lana's eyes until the watch turns off again. Choosing to break the rules now won't cost you a thing, so get your romance on. Jesse, our watches. We have the green light. Oh my, should we share a kiss? Absolutely we do. Oh my goodness. And we've got 40 out of 40. You know what this means? It means I can finally kiss you the way I've been dreaming of. Your eyes flutter shut as your soft lips brush against his, and the world around you fades away. You all but instantly melt closer into Jirayu's arms, his warm skin offering a delightful contrast to the chilly water. He grabs the back of your thighs and you immediately wrap your legs around his waist. You moan like you've been consumed by ice and fire, intoxicated by the tenderness and rough passion of the moment. His hands wander your body, tracing your curves. And when he playfully nibbles against your lower lip, you sigh against his mouth. His strength seems endless as he grabs you, hauling you in so your hips are flush together. You run your fingers through his silky wet hair and then grab it before you tug firmly. He lets out a breathy groan at that, and it has to be your new favorite melody. The intensity between you builds, each kiss more urgent and fervent than the last. Trust me, always. Then hold your breath. You hold your breath and Jirayu sinks beneath the water, his lips connecting with yours. Your heart soars as you kiss beneath the crystal clear waters. Bubbles of excitement escape as your lips move together in perfect harmony. You know that you will never, ever forget this moment. And when you resurface, you see you're both all smiles and giggles. The watch has turned off. That was very sexy of you. Then I'll have to figure out a way to top it next time. I'm sure you can think of something. You and Jirayu spend the rest of your date swimming around in the sparkling cave. When it's time to return, you bring some of its magic right back with you. And it ended! Okay, come on. Yes, I don't think we're quite soulmates yet, unfortunately, but we're getting somewhere. Once your date is over, you and Jirayu join the others in the living room. Isla and Taz have already returned and they're looking cozier than ever. You flop onto the couch and dramatically fling your hand to your head. Finally! We're back in civilization. Jirayu laughs and joins you. Before anyone else can ask about your date, Giselle and Julian walk in. Julian has his arm wrapped around Giselle and she snuggles up to him. Oh, Jules, that was the most perfect date. Only because you were with me, baby. They're kidding. This is a joke. There's no way. They rub their noses together. What's happening right now? What the? Everyone stares at the couple in utter shock until Giselle and Julian burst out laughing. Oh, that was so good. You should have seen your faces. You all look like we forced you to eat lemons. They fall against each other, laughing hysterically. Out of the corner of your eye, you watch Avi slip out of the room. Julian notices too, growing quiet. Zane looks relieved that they're only joking as he approaches Giselle with a smile. You two really had me going for a second. Giselle bats her eyelashes. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It was a good joke. It would be a real shame if you were taken, though. Oh, really? Why is that? Because that would mean that I have competition. Giselle ducks her head in an effort to hide her smile. Victoria rolls her eyes at the theatrics of the group. Jessie, did you have fun on your date? There's an edge to her words that suggests her question isn't meant to be thoughtful. You turn to glance at Jirayu. We had a good time. Oh, did you? Did you get to hold his hand and meander along the beach? Or did you feed each other strawberries at a fancy dinner? She clasps her hands together and flutters her eyelashes. Or maybe you... Victoria's sentence cuts off as she shrieks. A snake! There's a snake! Yeah, it's you, Victoria. What the heck? We made use of the green light and kissed Jirayu. Like 93% of people. 7% of you didn't. I wonder if that's because you were paired up with someone you didn't see yourself being paired up with. But I liked that episode. It was nice and short, but we got a lot of stuff done. And I feel closer to Jirayu than ever. So I think it was really nice. Thank you so much for watching this part. Thank you for being here. And a massive thank you to our fantastic channel members who, without you, videos like this would not be possible for me to film. I hope you've been enjoying this series. We are almost at the end, so keep with me and we'll get to it at some point. Thank you so much for watching. Massively appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.